nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You. Is there a motion to approve the agenda?
Yes.
Make a motion.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? That motion passes unanimously. Now, the first thing is 2A, which is approval of the contract for the Value Adjustment Board Council. Is there a motion to approve the contract?
Motion.
Second.
Approve.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? That motion passes unanimously.
Thank you.
Is there approval of the Value Adjustment Board Council verification form, which is item number B?
Motion to approve.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? That motion passes unanimously. Mr. Thalwitzer, would you like to give us an overview of our duties and responsibilities?
Yes, ma'am, thank you. As some or maybe all of you know, the VAB is sort of an alternative resolution forum for property tax disputes. The process generally begins with the trim notice provided to taxpayers by the property appraiser's office, at which point the taxpayer has three options. If they disagree with something about their trim form, they can have an informal meeting with the property appraiser. They can file a suit directly with the circuit court or a petition with the VAB. They do not have to file a VAB petition. It is purely optional. If they do, then the petition goes before special magistrates in most counties, including Martin. The special magistrates are appointed by the board. They have to meet certain requirements. They have to be licensed, have so much experience. They have to have conflicts of interest, certain ethics, that sort of thing. They get full due process throughout the VAB process. That includes notice, opportunity to be heard at the both at the hearings and board meetings if they wish to speak. After the hearings before the special magistrate prepares a recommended decision, which ultimately comes before the board to approve, at which point it becomes a final decision, which is the final sort of work product that the VAB produces. If the taxpayer disagrees with that, they can then also go before the circuit court for an appeal. Those appeals are what's called de novo, which means that the VAB's final decision is not given any weight. It's like a fresh look at the case before the circuit court. So again, the VAB is really meant to provide an informal, relatively low cost, relatively easy and quick forum for taxpayers who have issues with their property taxes. I'm happy to take any questions. We can discuss anything that I mentioned or anything else about the process if any of the board would like.
Any questions?
Pretty clear.
No.
It was a nice summary. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now it's time for opening remarks. Does anyone have any opening remarks this morning?
No.
In that case, let's see if we have guests this morning, Carl Anderson and Bob Webster. Would you like to make comments?
Hey, good morning, board members, legal counsel. We did have a question just for clarification, and it's with a later item. I'm not sure if you want me to come back and talk about it at that later point, but in item 6, it had to do with the evidence submission, and it's more of a technical question, mostly to the legal counsel as far as the submission process for evidence. And our question had to do with, because we're working through, we have a letter we send out to all the petitioners, giving them information about the exchange process, and in the past, they provide evidence to us, and we also provide the evidence directly to them. And in the procedure, I think in Exhibit 1, it speaks about the portal and submitting the evidence directly to the Value Adjustment Board through that portal. Our question had to do with whether uploading it to the portal would suffice for the evidence exchange for the petitioner as well, and for the petitioner to exchange their evidence with the property appraiser as well, just to streamline that process.
Sure.
May I
Answer,
respond?
sure.
What I would say is that the local procedure or the proposed local procedure is intended to comply with the new legislation, and I would view it more as a supplement to the rules. It can't negate or overrule any of the rules. So I think my answer would be, I think it would be no, that the petitioners would still have all their obligations to provide the evidence to the property appraiser directly.
Okay. Have you seen in any other counties where it's done any differently, or in your experience?
Well, this is brand new. So I think this is either my second or third organizational meeting of this year since the new legislation. And no, I haven't seen anything differently so far.
Okay. All right. Yep. So we'll continue to keep that same process then. That was all I had.
Carl, as long as you're here, I have a question.
Sure.
I am a property owner in Dixie County, and I've already received my tax bill.
Wow.
How does, we haven't even set our millage.
In Dixie County, you've already received your property
Yeah.
tax bill?
Yeah.
That's
It's-
odd. Yeah.
You're telling me it wasn't, this is, not a statement. It wasn't one of those, it was a bill.
It was a legitimate bill. I mean, it's not some kind of fraud bill.
It sure didn't look like it.
And it wasn't the proposed notice either, huh?
No.
That's odd.
Yeah,
I would go to the website too to
Okay.
verify, or the
All
tax
right.
collector. Yep.
thanks.
Yep. Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Any other questions from Mr. Anderson, as long as we have him here? This is
I would just.
perfect opportunity.
There should be a mirror image of your tax bill on the tax collector's website.
Okay,
So if it doesn't look exactly like whatever you received, it's possibly fraudulent. I would say probably fraudulent.
okay, good to know. Thanks. Any further questions?
All right. Well, thank you.
Let's see. Let's go to number 4, which is approval of the May 13th, 2025 meeting minutes.
Madam Chair,
Yes.
sorry, can we just have the board members confirm their contact information on item 3B?
Absolutely. So look at item 3, and are those contact information correct?
Mine is.
Mine is.
And mine is.
Mine is also.
All right.
Mine as well.
So can we have a motion to approve the May 13th, 2025 meeting minutes?
Motion to approve.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? That motion passes unanimously. And we now go on to number 5, which is approval of a resolution adopting filing fees for the 2025 tax cycle. Any questions about filing fees?
Madam Chair, may I? There's a few items of new legislation this year, which is unusual for VABs, significant legislation. One of those is that VABs may now adopt filing fees of up to $50 per petition. Really the only exception to that are homestead portability petitions, which remain $15 per petition, which they've been for a very long time. The board has authority to adopt any amount between zero, I presume, I've never seen a zero, but I think the authority's there, and $50 per petition. For reference, again, I've only had a couple of these so far this year, but I think I had one board adopt a $50 filing fee, and one said that they were going to do 30 this year and then probably increase it to the full 50 next year. It's fully in the board's discretion to adopt that anywhere in that range.
And the hours is 50 because the property appraiser chose 50?
No, the board will decide that right now. It can be up to 50. Last year, and every year I've been counsel, it's been 15, which was previously the maximum. But it can now be up to 50. And just for a tiny bit of context, it was $15 for about 40-some years. There was a little bit of a push the last year or two to increase that a little to try to defray some of the VAB's operating costs. And it passed the legislature. So now the boards each have authority up to $50 per
Okay.
petition.
Commissioner Vargas?
So it is $50 for a non-homesteaded property?
For anything except homestead portability. So if someone's moving from county to county,
Okay, so for any property, $50,
yes.
unless it's portable.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yep,
Does that seem reasonable?
I think it seems very reasonable.
To me too.
I don't. Taxes go up every single year. I just feel like 15 may be too low, but 50 is too high. Maybe somewhere in the middle. That's just my opinion. 25, 30, but I think 50 is steep.
But does this have anything to do with the ad valorem taxes that everybody receives? This is a
This
fee if
has to
somebody
do
wants
with,
to-
this has to do with my personal feeling that going from 15 to 50 is a big jump. And somewhere in the middle would be more reasonable.
How many of those fees did we collect last year?
There are a lot of petitions.
I don't know the answer to that. Do you,
Last year, we had 287 petitions filed.
It does take time. We're pulling
lot
staff
of time.
from something else they could be doing, so.
and I can tell the board, I don't know the board's budget for last year off the top of my head, but in general, the amount collected from filing fees is at most maybe 20% of an average VAB budget. So it defrays the cost, but not that much. So even if it were doubled or tripled, it wouldn't come close to the whole number, but it would get closer. And 20% is probably higher than almost any of them. It's probably closer to 10%. I don't know the exact number, though.
Okay. All right, so where are we?
Well, I guess we should probably have a motion to set fees. Because it appears that we're not unanimous.
How does the rest of the board feel? I mean, we have the 15, it's ported,
You have a,
and then anything else is $50.
I'm okay with the 50, but I understand that it's a big jump, from 15 to 50. But if, 50 is considered doable for the amount of work, then I'm fine with that.
Is that a motion?
Oh, yes, okay, a motion.
I second that.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Me?
That motion passes 4-1 with Ms. Pritchett dissenting. Thank you. We'll go on to, we've already discussed 6 somewhat. Is there a motion to approve the resolution establishing local hearing guidelines?
Yes, we just had the presentation, correct? Okay.
Motion to approve?
I second that motion.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? That motion passes unanimously. Let's look at number 7. We're looking at the special magistrates. Is there a motion to approve the appointment of the special magistrates?
Madam Chair, I have one comment.
Okay.
I understand, as the board knows, there are 3 types of special magistrates: real property, tangible personal property, and attorney special magistrates who hear exemptions and things like that. The tangible personal property is what I had a comment about or wanted to mention something about. One of the 3 tangible personal property special magistrate applicants has requested basically a per diem in addition to the hourly rate, and I believe a minimum a number of hours, I think 4 hours per trip, in addition to the hourly rate. The other 2 TPP, tangible personal property applicants, did not request anything, just the normal compensation. My comment would be that I haven't seen that done, that sort of per diem fringe benefit thing, anywhere with any type of special magistrate. I've seen mileage occasionally, that sort of thing, though even that's unusual. Generally, the hourly rate is intended to account for all of that. In general, 1 or 2 TPP special magistrates is sufficient. I don't believe we've even had a hearing in the last year or 2. Those are unusual types of hearings. We don't get a lot of those petitions and even fewer hearings. So I wanted to bring that up, but my recommendation would be to deny that request, and either, it was Miss Alex Rudin, so inform Mr. Rudin, essentially, he can accept the same compensation as usual, or he can simply not sign the contract. But that is up to the board, of course.
Okay. I concur with what you said. I think that if he wants to bow out, that is fine also. You have a list of others that would definitely step forward to do this, so I don't think we need to incur any other cost for this. I think it's sufficient. It's just like jury duty. It is what it is, right? Okay.
Has he served previously?
Since 1970.
Yes, Madam Chair.
Well, he's been accredited, but has he been?
He served last year with our county, but again, we have not had any TPP hearings. So he was approved last year.
So he would be doing his second year if he were to stay with us.
Correct.
I don't think he requires any additional compensation.
Is that a motion?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to deny a request for additional compensation to Mr. Alex Rudin.
I second that motion.
Any further discussion?
Or any attorneys that are coming to do this work, so, not just him.
And the board's, the appropriate motion for the rest of them would simply be to approve the slate of applicants, and it can all be taken at once for all three types of special magistrate positions. So if anyone has a motion for that, that would account for appointing all of the magistrates.
Ms. Pritchett, does your motion reflect that?
Sure. The motion amended to say that Mr. Rudin will not get additional compensation, but to approve all the other members who have applied.
I second that motion.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion passes unanimously. Let's see, moving on to 8, which is confirmation of board policies. We need to,
8. Like those. Late file petitions.
So, Mr. Thalwitzer, could you please explain this? This is late filed.
Sure.
Is it normal course of business that we don't?
This is unchanged from many years. It's been the same. Since I've been serving the board, legal counsel myself has been appointed to take up good cause requests, which is simply when a petition's filed late. That request goes before me. I look at whatever the basis is for the late filing under the law, determine whether extraordinary circumstances exist, and either approve or deny the request. Those can be taken up by either board counsel, special magistrate, or the board clerk. As I said, historically, I've been the one to handle those, but it's in the board's discretion.
Motion to approve late filed petitions.
That Mr. Thalwitzer will decide if it's a bona fide, reasonable request.
yeah,
And if not, it would go on to the following hearing. Is that what I'm understanding?
If I deny those requests, that's the end of the process. If the request is granted, it goes forward just like any other petition.
Okay, I second that motion.
there's a motion and a second. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? That motion passes unanimously. And then we have 8B, which is the tentative hearing schedule begins on October 6th of 2025 and will conclude on January 18th, 2026, with the understanding that these dates will be extended as needed to accommodate all petitioners.
I motion to approve.
I second that motion.
There's a motion and a second to approve the schedule. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion passes unanimously. Is there any public comment? Any board member comments? We are adjourned.